Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Optics Planet yet again nosediving in quality of service. Now, let me know in the comments if you think this is annoying, but lately I've been sharing my personal experiences with business blunders. I usually cover major recalls and that type of sorts. But for me, having negative experiences in terms of businesses is pretty rare since I'm usually pretty forgiving. And shoot, in terms of what I buy, if it's not food or water directly correlated to my businesses or accomplishing a business goal, it's pretty much just food and water. It's nothing. But that's perhaps why I'm so irate. And I guess for a lot of people, it might not seem like a lot of money, but to me, buying a TrichCon RMR is a pretty penny. It took me quite some time to save up for it. They cost about $500. If you don't know what they are, it's a TrichCon's manufacturer, and it's this high-end red dot. It's definitely more premium price. It's made in USA. You're paying a premium for that. And Optics Planet, even though I paid for premium price, I even paid for expedited shipping. They shipped me a used product, which yeah, and again, it did work. I mean, it's a TrichCon. It's going to work like a champ, even if it is used. But I was not happy paying for a new product, getting one that's clearly used. You could see the wear and tear on the body of the actual optic. So I reached out and said, could this be fixed? What can you do for me? And one of the first issues was the phone support, which yeah, one of my favorite stories that comes to customer service is Amazon. Jeff Bezos was in a meeting a couple years ago, way back in the day, and they're talking about what's the speed for customer, getting a customer facilitated their needs, get someone on the phone for them. For those who don't want the internet chat, they want a phone chat. And some of the room said, "Oh, Jeff, we're doing great. We get an Amazon employee on the phone with customer in sub 1 minute," which that is really good. I think there's very few companies can accomplish that because again, call volume and it's not an easy thing. And Jeff Bezos goes, "Great, who measured that?" He basically saying, "Can you prove it?" And the guy got kind of queasy, and Jeff goes, "All right." So Jeff Bezos takes out his phone, calls Amazon customer service. It's awkward. 1 minute goes by. It's awkward. 2 minutes go by. 3 minutes go by. Awkward silence. Nice hold music, actually, I suppose. 4 minutes. It wasn't until like 6 minutes, and then Amazon employee picks up the phone and goes, "Hey, welcome to Amazon customer service. Who is this?" And Jeff goes, "Oh, this is Jeff Bezos." And again, he was cool about it to the employee, but he basically looked, gave a death stare to the actual Amazon executive who lied about the statistic. And yeah, shortly that employee was no longer with the company because yeah, not a smart thing to lie to management, as well as inflating your numbers, or in this case, deflating, because again, it's like golf. You want a shorter metric. Now with Optics Planet, it took me, I think it was about 6.5, 7 minutes to get someone on the phone. Granted, I'm multitasking. I got 3 monitors in front of me when I'm working, so it's not that big of a deal, but I was a little irate about that. And the really disappointing thing was the timing in terms of how long it'll take for them to fix a situation. And this is something that's very common on the internet. I mean, there are whole forums on Reddit dedicated to, it's quite literally called Optics Planet Sucks. Again, I had one good experience with them years ago, and they have an online website that makes it look like they have everything. The rumor is they actually don't because it takes so long for them to ship products. So there's a lot of speculation on that regard. But to me, one of the most annoying things was, okay, they said, okay, ship this, print this label out, and you'll ship it back to us, and we'll process it, and we'll get you a new one. So again, in terms of returning it, very similar to Amazon e-commerce, where and again, Optics Plan didn't charge me to ship it back, so I guess it could have been worse. They give you a free shipping label, you slap it on a box, and you ship it out. Now, to me, one of the most annoying things was, again, the manipulation of definitions and timing, because I shipped it out, or more accurately, dropped it off at the shipping store. And they go, "Oh yeah, we got it here today. It'll take us 3 days to process it. And then after that, only then does your clock start in terms of you paying for shipping. Then it'll take 3 to 5 days." Which again, this is first world problems. It's very inconsequential. But to me, it's poor customer service. And I asked him, like, "Hey, I mean, I'm pretty disappointed. I was planning on, taking this with a prospective client out, basically having fun at the range. Is there any way you could help me out? Maybe give me, maybe compliment me, like expedited shipping." And because I was actually like, I mean, it's going to take you basically, I ordered this like October 28th. And I'm going to get it November, what date do they say it by? By about November 15th. And he said, "Oh, well, if you pay for expedited shipping, you can get it within, 24, 48 hours. And of course, I think they quoted me like $80, which to me, that was I would never, I'm not paying for that. I don't need it tomorrow. The event is already done. But I asked him, "Well, could you, I mean," and I wasn't asking for a discount or anything. To me, I value quicker shipping was a thing in that moment that I had a great value upon. And he still didn't apologize for, again, selling me a used product. They're an authorized reseller for TrishCon. They should be held to very high standards. And yet they shipped me clearly a used product. It wasn't until I started poking. I had to ask them a little bit, like, well, what can you do for me? I mean, guys, I was I was not bombastic, but I was a little abrasive. I was like, you guys didn't even apologize for inconvenience me for the situation or comping me or any way. And he goes, oh, no, there's nothing you can do. And I'm like, so, and again, I didn't blame the employee. I told him, hey, this situation sucks. I don't blame you. I think your management is terrible. They have not given you the tools to empower you to do anything. Because again, what Amazon would do, and again, I'm not a fan of big tech, but Amazon, customer service basically second to none. Amazon would have comped that shipping and got it overnight to me immediately. Maybe I'm being a little too entitled to expect that. I I was at least expecting them to acknowledge the situation, and later he did eventually say, "Yeah, I just can't do anything. I'm sorry." And again, it's not the phone rep's problem. Management is not giving him the tools to succeed and facilitate a good customer interaction. And again, this is, I think, the thing about me that really annoys me the most is this is a standard, like, I don't like the color of this paint job, or I don't like this, I no longer need this item. They ship me a used product, and yet they're still slow to ship it. It takes 3 days to process it, which, come on, I don't know if they need to hire more employees or how it could possibly take 3 days to process this. But any other e-commerce platform would have handled it better. And again, Amazon very famously gives the tools to employees to facilitate things to make the situation better, whether it's a little freebie, faster shipping, which to me that would have been, again, it's one of those things where statistically, e-commerce retail is tough. On average, if you have a great experience, you'll tell about 1 to 2 people. I think it's 1.4 people on average. If you have a bad experience, statistically speaking, you'll tell about 7 people about it if you have a negative experience with a shopping place. Obviously, that statistic is going to be inflated today. I only partially jest. But, I mean, I just look at all the competition, and, I mean, I love Brownells. They're still family owned. They're headquartered in Iowa. The only reason I didn't go with them is because they didn't have a specific exact optic that I wanted, which is why I went with Optics Planet, which, again, has mixed results at best when you look at online reviews. But in this case, the business letter is not the employee. Again, he did a great job in terms of he looked at my order number, he looked at the history, and I filled him in on the situation about why I was returning it. That should have been on a screen. I blame their CRM or maybe their tool that they're using for tracking. But the business letter is not giving your employees the tools needed to succeed. And shoot, I don't know if Americans love free shit. Maybe there should be a thing where he can just send me or not me, they can send people hey, here's some stickers and a thank you card or like a $5 gift card. Something either tangible or intangible to show that they want to retain you as a customer. They actually care about you long term. Because after this, why would I ever shop there again? Again, I ordered it over 2 weeks ago. They sent me a used product, but charged me full price for a new one. Again, that's how it was advertised on the website. I mean, why would I ever shop there again? Now, granted, in terms of do I matter as a customer in Optics Planet? No. I mean, I'm pretty frugal. I buy something in terms of high-end quality things like that. I think the last purchase I made of them about 10 years ago. But again, historically speaking, the older you get, the more income you have, the more wealth you generate, and usually the more fun toys you buy. I mean, as I get up in age and as my businesses grow, I'll probably buy a couple more fun knickknacks when it comes to firearm accessories. And that they didn't care about that equation, or really, I don't think they were honest or did the right thing in this situation. And management, again, I asked the employee, I try to be as polite as possible in the situation. I didn't, and obviously I'm human, I could have done better. But I just asked the guy straight, is there anything you have the power to do to, help me out or get this to me faster? And no, he just kept saying you can pay for overnight shipping, but even then we can't guarantee it'll be overnight. It might be 48 hours, which, and again, I think it was 80 or 90 or $100. It was a lot of money for shipping. And again, if you're an e-commerce platform, it's not like you and I go to the shipping store. They get discounts for doing things in bulk, which makes sense. Like most things in life, you get a discount for bulk. But a lot of them get a lot of profit off of shipping as well. Amazon also has free shipping in optics. Now, that being said, Amazon has some issues with counterfeits. You have to make sure you're buying it from a reputable reseller on the platform. But, I mean, at this point, why would I ever shop at Optics Planet again? And I feel bad for employees. It's not a happy job there. You got a lot of disgruntled customers, and management hasn't given them the tools. And I apologize if I'm rambling a little bit more than usual. This part of the show, this segment is a little bit more free flow than usual. And let me know, do you want to hear more personal experiences? Again, these anecdotal experiences are it's going to be a really small sample size. I won't be able to do it very often because, again, I really don't buy a lot of things unless it's food or water for the business. I'm pretty frugal in general. I mean, but let me know in the comments if that's something you might be interested in. I can look into that. But I gotta say, Optics Planet not enabling your employees to help in any way and really acknowledge the situation, or I gotta say, certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get at 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some direct feedback, letting me know I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.